Hello, my friend. Welcome to tonight's bedtime story. This is Luna. Tonight, I'll be here with you, gently guiding you toward rest. Right now, you don't need to hold anything together anymore. There's nothing left for you to accomplish. Tonight, all you need to do is listen. To be with you during this quiet moment before sleep, to be a gentle voice beside you, is something calm and deeply comforting. Tonight's story is for children, and just as much for the child who still lives within you. This is a story for anyone, no matter how your day has been, whether your mind feels clear or tired, or simply quiet and present. This is a slow-moving world, a place that doesn't rush forward. Here, rest is not laziness, but something completely natural. Before the story truly begins, we'll take just a few gentle moments to let your breathing slow down and allow your body to find a place of safety. So now, if you're ready, let's begin to relax together. Now, let's begin to relax together. I'm going to count down from 10 to 1. As I do, there's no effort required. Simply allow yourself to let go little by little. 10. Feel the support beneath you. Perhaps it's the bed, the sofa, or whatever is holding you tonight. Truly feel that support. Beneath it all is the deeper support of the earth, steady, quiet, and always there. 9. You are safe. Know that tonight. My voice is simply a friend, a gentle companion, guiding you only toward calm and safe places. 8. Now, gently bring awareness to your body. There's nothing to change, just notice. When you're ready, take a slow breath in, and then slowly breathe out. Once more, in and out. 7. With each exhale, allow your body to soften a little more. In your mind, slowly move through your body, noticing anywhere that may still be holding tension or tiredness. 6. Perhaps your feet, your legs, your belly, your chest, your back, or your shoulders. If you'd like, allow them to relax now. 5. The day is done. Whatever has happened today can be set aside for now. There's nothing to revisit, nothing to plan. This moment is only for rest. 4. If thoughts appear, there's no need to resist them. They are simply thoughts. They come and they go. Watch them drift away like leaves on a moonlit river, or clouds moving slowly across the night sky. 3. This is your moment. This is your time. You deserve rest. You deserve peace. 2. There's nowhere you need to be, nothing you need to do, no obligations at all. Simply settle here. 1. Allow your imagination to gently open. In your mind, a safe and quiet world begins to appear. a place that is slow and kind. Now, you're ready to drift into tonight's sleep story. Your day is finished now. There is nothing more you need to solve, nothing more you need to answer. The light has faded quietly outside, and evening has settled over everything without asking for your attention. You pause for a moment, breathing in, breathing out. The air feels different tonight, heavier, cooler, carrying the scent of rain. You can hear it before you step outside, a steady rhythm, soft but constant. Rain falling somewhere beyond the walls, not violent, not hurried, just steady. You open the door slowly, the sound grows clearer. Rain touches the ground, touches the distant shore, touches the surface of the sea. The sky above is deep and overcast, a soft dark gray that stretches without stars. But there is no darkness in it that feels threatening, only quiet. You step forward. The path ahead leads toward the coastline. You can smell the ocean now, salt in the air, cool and clean. The rain brushes against your jacket, light enough to feel gentle, heavy enough to be heard. Each drop lands with a soft consistency, a rhythm you do not need to follow. You begin walking. There is no urgency in your steps, no destination that demands speed, only a direction toward the sound of waves. You can hear them now beneath the rain, low, steady, rolling in and out. The sea does not roar tonight. It breathes. A long inhale as a wave gathers, a quiet exhale as it reaches the shore. Rain above, waves below, your footsteps between them. The world feels simplified, reduced to sound and movement. You breathe again. The cool air fills your lungs and leaves slowly. Your shoulders lower, your jaw softens. There is nothing waiting behind you now. The day has already loosened its hold. Whatever thoughts remain begin to stretch thinner, less urgent, less defined. The rain continues, even, reliable. It does not demand attention. It simply exists, and you walk through it calmly, toward warmth, toward shelter, toward a small wooden cabin resting somewhere along the rainy shore. You cannot see it yet, but you know it is there, a place of light against the gray, a place where fire waits quietly inside. You keep walking. The sand grows softer beneath your feet. The scent of salt grows stronger, and ahead, through the curtain of rain, you begin to sense a faint glow, not bright, just enough to guide you forward, slowly, steadily, without effort. You continue walking along the shoreline. The sand beneath your feet grows softer now, slightly damp from the steady rain. Each step leaves only a faint impression before the next thin wash of water smooths it away. The rain falls in a consistent rhythm, not heavy, not light, just enough leaf to create a soft veil between you and the horizon. The sea stretches out beside you, dark and patient. Waves roll in with a low, rounded sound. They do not crash, they arrive, then retreat. Arrive, then retreat. The rain touches the surface of the water, creating countless small circles that disappear almost as soon as they form. You breathe in again, salt, rain, wet wood from somewhere ahead. The scent is subtle at first, then clearer. There is driftwood scattered along the shore, pale pieces shaped by time and tide, pale against the darker sand. And beyond them, you see it, a structure resting slightly above the high tide line, simple, low, built from weathered wood, its walls the color of old driftwood, its roof sloping gently toward the sea. A warm glow spills faintly from one window, soft amber light against the gray of rain. You slow your steps. There is no one else here, no distant lights, no passing boats, only rain, only waves, only that quiet cabin waiting. The closer you walk, the more the sound changes, rain striking the roof in a steady pattern, a different tone than rain on sand, softer, hollow in places, muted by wood. You notice small details now, a narrow wooden porch, a simple railing, smooth and worn, a lantern hanging near the door, its flame protected behind glass. It sways slightly in the wind, not enough to flicker wildly, just enough to show movement. The cabin does not feel new, it feels settled, as though it has been standing here for many seasons, watching tides rise and fall, listening to storms pass. You step onto the wooden porch. The sound beneath your feet shifts, sand replaced by wood, rain tapping overhead, waves breathing below. The lantern light touches your sleeve faintly, warm against the cool gray around you. You stand there for a moment, listening. Inside, you can hear something softer still, a low crackling sound, gentle, steady, fire, contained, waiting. The rain continues around you, the sea continues its rhythm, and here, at the edge of shore and shelter, you pause, breathing in the scent of salt and wet timber, breathing out slowly. The door is just in front of you now, warm light slipping quietly through the frame. No hurry, no urgency, only the steady sound of rain on wood and the promise of warmth inside. You reach for the door. The wood feels cool beneath your hand, slightly damp from the rain. You turn the handle slowly. The hinges move without protest, and as the door opens, the sound changes. Rain softens, waves become distant. Warm air meets you gently, carrying the scent of dry wood and something faintly smoky. You step inside. The door closes behind you with a quiet thud. Immediately, the world grows smaller, contained, safe. The cabin is simple, walls built from pale driftwood planks, each one unique in shape and grain. Their surfaces are smooth from years of salt air. Soft amber light fills the space, not bright, just steady. A small lamp rests on a wooden shelf, another near a low table, and across the room a stone hearth glows. Firelight moves slowly behind a simple iron screen, not roaring, just steady flames rising and folding inward again. The crackle is low, comforting. You pause near the door, allowing your eyes to adjust. Rain continues above you, its rhythm now muted by the roof, a hollow tapping that blends with the fire's gentle sound. The air inside feels warmer, drier. The scent of cedar wood lingers faintly, mixed with smoke, mixed with salt carried in by your jacket. The floor beneath you is wooden, wide planks, worn smooth. You remove your shoes, one at a time, setting them near the door. Your feet touch the floor, warm, not from heat alone, but from enclosure, from shelter. You take a few slow steps inward. There is a woven rug near the hearth, a low wooden chair, a thick blanket folded neatly across its back. A small table holds a ceramic mug. Steam rises faintly from it. The cabin is not large, but it does not feel cramped. It feels intentional. Everything here has a place. Everything serves warmth. You listen again. Rain above, waves beyond the walls, fire before you. 3 steady sounds: rain, waves, fire. You let your eyes soften, not fully closed, just relaxed, watching the flames rise and fall. They move without pattern, without hurry. Wood settles inside the hearth with a small shift, a gentle sound, nothing sharp. You pull the blanket a little closer around your shoulders. The wool brushes your neck softly, warm, safe. Your body begins to register the contrast: cool air lingering near the window, warmth pooling near the hearth. You sit between them, balanced. The floor beneath you feels solid, reliable. The walls around you hold the night outside. Nothing reaches in, nothing disturbs this space. Your breathing grows slower, in, out. The firelight reflects faintly in the window glass, layered over the dark sea beyond. Inside and outside, warm and cool, sound and silence. Your muscles begin to loosen, first your shoulders, then your arms, then your back. The blanket grows heavier as you settle into it, not burdensome, just grounding. You rest your palms lightly against your knees, your fingers unclench, your jaw softens. There is nowhere to go, no one to answer, no expectation here. Only warmth, only rhythm, only the steady presence of rain and flame. You let yourself sit there for a long moment, simply feeling the heat reach deeper into your chest and stay. You remain seated before the fire, the blanket wrapped securely around your shoulders. The warmth has begun to settle deeper now, not only on your skin, but beneath it, into muscle, into quiet places that rarely receive attention. The rain continues above you, steady, unbroken, each drop landing on the roof in a rhythm so consistent it almost disappears. You do not count it, You do not follow it. It simply continues. The sea answers from beyond the walls, a low, rounded breath, rolling in, rolling out. The waves do not hurry. They do not rise in anger. They move the way they always have, predictable, endless. Inside the cabin, the fire shifts gently. A small ember collapses inward, a quiet crack, then stillness again. The three sounds blend: rain, waves, fire, layered one over the other. You feel the heat against your legs, against your hands. The wool of the blanket grows warmer with each passing minute. It holds the heat close to you, like a second layer of skin. You lean back a little more, letting the chair behind you take some of your weight. Your spine lengthens, your shoulders drop further, your breath slows. In, out. The firelight moves across the wooden ceiling, soft shadows bending and stretching with the flame. The cabin feels smaller now, not cramped, just contained. The outside world no longer presses against it. It simply exists beyond the walls. The rain becomes background. The sea becomes distant. The fire becomes central. Your eyelids grow heavier, not because you force them, but because there is nothing left to observe. The warmth is enough. The sound is enough. You adjust the blanket slightly, pulling it closer around your chest. The fabric brushes your cheek, soft, dry, comforting. The heat from the hearth rises slowly, upward, around you. Your hands rest loosely now, palms open. Your fingers no longer hold tension. The floor beneath you remains steady, solid wood beneath woven fibers. Nothing shifts, nothing surprises. The night continues. The rain continues, the sea continues, but here everything feels still. You breathe again, longer this time. The exhale stretches out. Your thoughts grow slower, wider apart, less defined. If one appears, it drifts away quickly, like smoke rising from the fire. The fire burns lower now, not dim, just softer. The light more golden, more even. The rain's rhythm remains unchanged, reliable. You feel yourself sinking slightly into the warmth, not falling, not losing control, just settling, as if the cabin itself is holding you upright, as if the blanket has weight enough to keep you grounded. Your body grows heavier, your breathing quieter. The sounds outside continue without you, and you remain here, between rain and flame, wrapped in steady warmth. You remain where you are, the fire before you, the rain above you, the sea beyond you. Nothing has changed, and that is what allows you to soften. The warmth from the hearth spreads gradually. It reaches your knees, your hands, your chest beneath the blanket. It does not rush, it does not flare, it simply continues. The flames move in slow patterns, rising, folding inward, leaning slightly as the air shifts, then settling again. You watch them without focus, Your eyes do not follow one flame, they simply rest. The rain on the roof keeps its rhythm, steady, even, a soft percussion against wood, not loud enough to interrupt thought, not quiet enough to disappear, just constant. The sea beneath the rain answers in low tones, a long breath in, a long breath out. The three sounds blend so completely now that it becomes difficult to separate them. Rain, waves, fire. They form a single layer of sound, a quiet envelope around you. You draw the blanket higher. It brushes against your chin, your cheek, warm wool against warm skin. Your body leans more fully into the chair behind you. The support is solid, reliable. Your spine no longer holds itself upright. It rests. Your shoulders release another inch. Your neck softens. Your head tilts slightly forward. The firelight flickers across your closed eyelids, orange glow through thin skin, then shadow, then glow again. Your breathing matches the sea now, slow, wide, unhurried, in, out. The exhale longer than the inhale gentler than before. You feel the weight of the blanket settle, not heavy, just enough, grounding. The floor beneath you is steady. The walls around you do not move. Outside, the storm does not grow stronger. It remains steady, consistent, predictable. Your thoughts grow quieter, not forced away, just slower. If one appears, it fades quickly, like the last spark of a burning log, a small shift in the fire, a soft collapse of wood, then stillness again. You do not open your eyes. There is no need. The glow is felt even without sight. Warmth against your face, warmth against your hands, warmth against your knees. The rain becomes more distant now, as if it has stepped back slightly, still there, still falling, but no longer asking to be heard. The sea continues its slow breathing. You breathe with it, in, out, longer, slower. The space between breaths widens, comfortable, unhurried. Your body feels heavier now, heavier in the best way, as if gravity has grown softer and more supportive at the same time. You sink, not downward, but inward, into warmth, into sound, into rhythm. The fire burns lower, not fading, just evening out, golden, steady. The blanket holds its heat. Your hands are still, your fingers loose, your jaw relaxed. There is nothing to adjust, nothing to improve, nothing to prepare for. The rain continues, the sea continues, the fire continues, and you remain here, wrapped in warmth, surrounded by steady sound, breathing slowly, letting the edges of the night blur, letting the edges of yourself soften. The world has narrowed to this: firelight, rain, breath, and the quiet comfort of being held inside a wooden cabin while the sea moves patiently beyond. You do not need to move. You do not need to think. You only need to rest here, and you do. After a long while, you open your eyes, not fully, just enough to see the fire again. The flames have settled lower now, still steady, still golden. They move more slowly than before, longer stretches of glow between each quiet shift of wood. You adjust beneath the blanket, a small movement. Your legs unfold gradually. Your palms press lightly against the rug. The woven fibers feel warm where they have been near the hearth, cooler at the edges. You rise slowly. There is no urgency in the motion. The cabin does not change as you stand. The fire continues. The rain continues. The sea continues. And you take a few quiet steps toward the window. The wooden floor cools slightly beneath your feet as you move away from the heat. Not cold, just neutral, a gentle reminder of distance from the heat. The rain becomes clearer here, less blended with the crackle of flame, more distinct, each drop tracing the roof before sliding down the glass. You stand before the window. The pane is dark except for the reflection of the hearth behind you. Firelight flickers faintly across the surface, layered over the blurred shape of the sea. Beyond the glass, the shoreline is softened by rain. No sharp edges, only movement. Waves roll in and dissolve, roll in and dissolve. The sky above is heavy with cloud, featureless, calm. You lift your hand slowly and place your fingertips against the window. Cool, smooth. The temperature difference is gentle but clear. Your skin remembers the fire. The glass holds the night. You do not pull away. You let your fingers rest there for a moment, feeling the faint vibration of rain striking outside, feeling the warmth still lingering in your palm. Inside, the hearth breathes in orange tones. Outside, the sea breathes in silver and shadow. Warm behind you, cool before you. You stand between them, balanced. The cabin feels even quieter from here, the fire a low murmur, the rain a steady curtain, the sea a distant rhythm beneath both. You take a slow breath. The warm air fills your lungs, dry, wood-scented. You exhale gently. Your reflection in the glass softens, barely defined, almost blending into the dark beyond. The contrast does not disturb you. It simply exists, a reminder that the storm remains outside and you remain inside, sheltered, held within wood and light. After a while, without measuring it, you lower your hand. The coolness from your fingertips dissipates. You turn back toward the hearth. Before you even sit, you can feel the warmth reaching you again. It meets your skin first, then your chest, then your shoulders. You lower yourself back down onto the rug, pull the blanket close. The firelight returns to your closed eyelids, soft orange, then shadow, then orange again. The coolness from the window dissolves completely. Only warmth remains, only rhythm, only the steady quiet of rain falling on wood while the sea moves patiently beyond. You settle deeper now, more certain, more still. You lower yourself slowly onto the rug. Not abruptly, not heavily, just enough to let gravity take you. The woven fibers feel warm beneath your shoulder, still holding the memory of the fire. You shift once, then settle. The blanket comes with you, folding around your body as you lie down. You draw it higher, over your chest, over your shoulder. The fire is no longer directly before your eyes. It rests to the side now, its glow softer from this angle, more diffused. The ceiling above you reflects the faint movement of flame, orange light stretching slowly, then easing back into shadow. The rain continues, steady, but farther away, less distinct. The sea answers beneath it, low, rounded, even. You turn slightly onto your side, one arm resting beneath your head, the other loose across the blanket. Your body sinks into the rug, not deeply, just enough to feel supported. The warmth from the hearth reaches you in gentle waves, not constant, but rhythmic. Heat, then softer, then heat again. Your breathing slows further. In, out. The space between each breath widens, comfortable, unforced. The cabin feels smaller now, not confined, just quiet. The fire settles lower, a log shifts slightly, a soft collapse inward, then stillness again. The glow remains, the rain remains, the sea remains, but you no longer track them separately. They merge into one steady presence. The blanket feels heavier, not pressing, just grounding. Your legs relax fully, your shoulders soften, your jaw unclenches. There is nothing left to observe, nothing. You lower yourself slowly onto the rug. Not abruptly, not heavily, just enough to let gravity take you. The woven fibers feel warm beneath your shoulder, still holding the memory of the fire. You shift once, then settle. The blanket comes with you, folding around your body as you lie down. You draw it higher, over your chest, over your shoulder. The fire is no longer directly before your eyes. It rests to the side now, its glow softer from this angle, more diffused. The ceiling above you reflects the faint movement of flame, orange light stretching slowly, then easing back into shadow. The rain continues, steady, but farther away, less distinct. The sea answers beneath it, low, rounded, even. You turn slightly onto your side, one arm resting beneath your head, the other loose across the blanket. Your body sinks into the rug, not deeply, just enough to feel supported. The warmth from the hearth reaches you in gentle waves, not constant, but rhythmic. Heat, then softer, then heat again. Your breathing slows further. In, out. The space between each breath widens, comfortable, unforced. The cabin feels smaller now, not confined, just quiet. The fire settles lower, a log shifts slightly, a soft collapse inward, then stillness again. The glow remains, the rain remains, the sea remains, but you no longer track them separately. They merge into one steady presence. The blanket feels heavier, not pressing, just grounding. Your legs relax fully, your shoulders soften, your jaw unclenches. There is nothing left to observe, nothing left to adjust. The warmth surrounds you. The walls hold the night outside. The storm continues without entering. Your eyelids remain closed. The firelight flickers faintly through them, a gentle orange pulse, then shadow, then dim glow again. Your breathing slows even more, longer, quieter. The rain becomes background. The sea becomes distant. The fire becomes warmth without shape. Your body feels still, heavy, supported by wood and woven fibers, wrapped in wool, held inside walls that have learned how to shelter the shore. There is nowhere else to go, nowhere else to be. Only this warmth, only this steady rhythm, only this quiet cabin beside the rainy sea. You rest. The fire burns low now, soft, even, no sharp light, only warmth. The rain continues on the roof, steady, unchanging. The sea breathes beyond the walls, in, out. You lie still on the rug, wrapped in the blanket, held by warmth. Your body feels heavy, in a good way, supported, grounded, safe. Your breath moves slowly, in, out, longer now, quieter now. There is no need to think, no need to listen closely. The sounds will continue on their own. The rain does not need you. The sea does not need you. The fire will fade gently without effort from you. You are warm. You are sheltered. You are safe inside these wooden walls. Your shoulders are soft. Your hands are still. Your jaw is relaxed. Your eyelids rest easily. The night continues. The rain continues. The sea continues. And you rest. There is nowhere else to go, nothing left to do. Only this warmth, only this breath, only this quiet. You are safe. You are warm. You are at rest. You are safe. You are warm. You are at rest. Your breathing slows. Your body softens. The sounds grow distant. The fire grows dim. The rain becomes part of the dark. The sea becomes part of your breath. You are safe. You are warm. You are at rest. You are already asleep. Now, the story has gently come to a pause. There's nothing you need to remember and nothing you need to understand. From here, only sound remains. Perhaps it is rain, perhaps distant, natural sounds far away. These sounds do not require your attention, and they do not ask you to follow. They will simply exist, just like the night. If you are still awake, you can simply listen. If you are already asleep, that's perfectly fine. Now, let the sounds continue. From Luna, wishing you a peaceful night.